Greetings everyone. Today I will show you my leg day that I always start. It's been like 2 years and a half at least, I think, with the leg press. I much prefer it over the barbell squat. And yeah, the first set is my warm-up set. As you can see, I go as low as I can as the machine allows me to work on my mobility, to warm my joints, my tendons, ligaments, and I think it's a great way to keep the mobility you have, to feel everything is fine. And yeah, I always do that on my warm-ups, going full range of motion, and on some lift when I do my working sets. I don't necessarily go as low as during my warm-ups. So next up is my fourth and last set for the leg press. I always do 3 to 4 sets on every exercise. I did 18 reps, as you can see on the screen, and it felt great. My quads were pretty pumped, and yeah, I did progress compared to the last week. So that's the most important thing, progressing every workout or so should be the main goal. And yeah, as you can see as well, I don't go as low because otherwise I work the quads less and less. And with this machine, I feel a bit too much pain in my adductors, and also my adductors and glutes works too much if I go too low. So I'd rather cut the range of motion, going like around 90 degree, and work my quads more because yeah, it's the goal here. So next up is a machine squat, um, which is not that bad. I kind of like it. And again, it's my fourth and last set. AMRAP. I like to do that. It's been over a year now that I do AMRAP on every last set on each exercise. It can be quite painful depending on the movement and muscle works, but yeah, it has been working well for me, so I continue to do so. As you can see as well, I prefer to work in a higher rep range, 12 to 20. It's very hard on the heart, obviously, and the muscles burn, but I felt like it is very effective on my body and my legs, so I prefer that, and I can work with lower weight, so it's a win-win, for your joint, tendons, ligaments.
It says perfect squat, but it's far from perfect. It's decent, but yeah, I've worked with what I have available in my gym.
Now I'm doing seated leg curl, my first exercise for the hamstrings, and it's my favorite one. You can put EV, it's safe, it isolates them very well. As you can see, I have not usual technique, and I do that because you're stronger in that position. When you move your torso like this, it's safer. You use the what we call the tension length relationship, and it's when the muscle isn't in the shortened position too much or overstretched. You're always in the sweet spot, which allows you to do more reps and/or heavier weights, and it's way more effective. It's almost like a compound movement, if I can say it like this, because you use the hip extension to cheat, if I can say. It's not really cheating, but it's another way to do the exercise, and it's way more effective to do it like this. If you can, give it a try and let me know how it goes, but I can assure you that you will be way stronger and it will feel way more comfortable because the movement is way more natural like this. After that, I'm doing my last leg movement of the day, and it's an hyper extension, a classic. And I already show you this movement on my back day, and it's very different here because the pad is set up lower um, to work more my hamstring and glutes. If you set the pad higher, it will be more of your lower back because it will emphasize the torso flexion and the extension, not the hips. When you set the pad lower, you will do a hip extension instead of torso extension. So it's very different, and I really focus, contrary to when I try to isolate my lower back, to do the hip extension and not torso flexion. It's a very different movement if you look closely. Um, if you watch my video about my back day, you'll see that the movement is very different, and in that position you're way stronger. So I focus on having good stretch on my hamstring and glutes. And every time I do this movement, I have some DOMs, especially in the upper part of the hamstring and in the glutes. So yeah, it's a very good movement. No pressure on the lower back. It isolates the muscle very well, and I do that instead of Romanian deadlift, because this movement past a certain weight, like 120 kilograms or something, it messed up with my lower back. So when this happens, you have to find alternatives, and this one is a good one for me, so I do it. And at the end, I finish with some classic abs workout, nothing fancy to add here, and just after a posing, classic as usual. So yeah, it concludes with the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.